It is essential to be up to date on happenings around you, and to make that easy for you, ladies and gentlemen, we present Freshlight, where we bring fresh newspaper headlines to the limelight. Mondays to Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Watch, like, subscribe, and make sure your notification is activated on our YouTube channel. You can also like and comment on our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTV and radio.
It is a beautiful morning from this side, Al-IyamoyeTV and radio, and I say welcome to Freshlight on the 12th day of the month of July 2023. I definitely know that, let me say this area, it was a wet one, and I don't know where you're listening to us or where you're seeing us, if it's wet or cold at your hand. Freshlight is that program that saves you the stress of going through those newspaper pages, where what we'll do is take the cover pages and also take selected news in depth about how it's been reported on our tabloid. This morning, we will be parading papers like The Punch, Daily Trust, Daily Trust, Sun, and The Nation newspaper. That is 4 newspapers this morning on Freshlight, Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. Don't forget that you can always join us on YouTube. Yes, we have an handle there at Al-IyamoyeTV. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also TikTok. You would see us there with our handle Al-IyamoyeTV and the radio. I am Oluwafisayomi, Ajibola. This morning on Freshlight, we will start with Daily Trust. On Daily Trust, you will see cover stories like OPEC fought calls against funding of fossil fuels in Africa. OPEC fought calls against funding of fossil fuel in Africa. EcoBank versus Otudeco, why we have not acted, CBN. FMDQ Exchange, traded derivatives market goes live. Insecurity, rise up to occasions. PDP governor tells Tinubu orders manhunt for Plateau Benue killers. Man killed for stealing bread in Bayelsa. Union petition FG over NSITF illegal recruit unremitted deductions. These and many more is what you have on you can see on the newspaper you can trust, called Daily Trust, as published on the 12th day of the month of July 2023. Giving attention to the details of the news, we'll take one or two of it. Cardinal APC chieftains worry over delay in commissioner's appointment. Governor Ubasani of Kaduna State has yet to appoint commissioners to serve in his administration more than a month after his inauguration. Concerns have risen among members of his party and loyalists due to the delay in their appointment. Since inaugurations on May 29, only a few appointments has been made, including the Secretary to the Government, SSG, Chief of Staff, Senior Special Assistant, and Advisors. A member of the governor's campaign team expressed anticipation for the announcement of the commissioners. Cardinal APC chieftains worry over delay in appointments. Daily Trust has details of that story. Okay, also let's quickly look at another story. This is a feature story from Daily Trust. The economic implications of retiring over 100 senior military officers. Nigeria has over the years witnessed an early retirement of senior military officers and subsequent appointment of their subordinates by the successive governments. About 100 military forces were retired recently, raising the questions of what happened to the huge investment that went into their training and what the implications of these. Okay, to read details of that lengthy future story, pick up a copy of Daily Trust newspaper and read as published this morning. Okay, let's look at the last one. 15 bodies recovered, 78 houses burnt in Plateau, Macban. The Miyati Allah Cattle Breeders Associations of Nigeria, MAGBAN, yesterday said 15 people were killed following an alleged invasion of their communities in Magu, local government area of Plateau State. The group also said 78 houses belonging to their members were burnt, while over 2,000 cattle were still missing after the invasion. To read details of that story, you pick up a copy of Punch, I beg your pardon, Daily Trust newspaper. Going to the east, let's look at the Sun newspaper. On the Sun newspaper, you will see cover stories like House of Reps stops CBN universities. It has writers like say no to Apex Bank social media KYC policy. Varsity Unity School tuition fees hike. Senate Standing Committee Akpabio snubs ex-governors, PDP ranking senators. It has writer like names heads of appropriations public account 6 committee. Expert leads causes solutions to Nigerian rise and inflation. On page 28, you will see that story. Insecurity, Southeast governors to meet Tinubu. It's on page 28. Benue Asset Recovery Committee stumps Utams out, cut away exotic cars. These are among stories you will see on the cover page of the Sun newspaper. Let's start with the leading story here, which talks about the hike. Rep stops hike in varsity unity schools. Okay, it has the details that the House of Representatives has directed the National University Commission, NUC, to immediately halt the implementations of hiking tuition fees by the federal government, by the federal universities. It also mandated the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services, when constituted, to probe the increase of fees by federal universities so as to find lasting solutions to the challenges in the tertiary education sector. Similarly, the House directed the Federal Ministry of Education to review the new skills regime in federal government colleges and revert to the old regime. Rep stops hiking universities, unity school fees. The Sun has details of that story. Okay, going to Benue. ARC storms Utom's property. ARC storms Utom's property, vows to recover every stolen government asset. Asset Recovery Committee, ARC, set up by the Benue State Governor, Isent Hilaya, has stormed one of the property belonging to the immediate past governor, Samuel Utom, and carted away exotic cars. Governor Hilaya, in June 2023, set up a committee headed by Agabim to, among other things, ascertain all assets of the government, including lands, vehicles, houses, furniture, and other machinery, with a view to recovering them. Daily Sun gathered that the committee yesterday stormed the former governor's automobiles workshop located on Makurdi Otukpo Road, where they took away the vehicles. Benue, ARC storms Utom's property, vows to recover every stolen government asset. Okay, let's also take another story from the Sun newspaper. Let's take one or two stories from this paper. PDP governor tax FG on insecurity. INEC others on neutrality in Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi, Guba polls. People's Democratic Party Governors Forum, PDP GF, has called on federal government to tackle insecurity in the country. It also charged the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and security agencies to be neutral in the conduct of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi state gubernatorial elections. The PD governors made the appeal in a communique issued after their meeting in Abuja yesterday. The PDP Forum, in a communique issued after its meeting, and read by the chairman and Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, said it was important that the electoral umpire security personnel, and the federal government remain non-partisan in the polls. PDP governors tax FG on insecurity. INEC orders on neutrality in Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi, Guba polls. And lastly, on the Sun newspaper, Wike deserves Rivers APC ministerial slot. Okocha. Okay, this is funny because Okocha. Okay, let's quickly look at what the paper has. Former Rivers State Coordinator of All Progressive Congress APC presidential campaign, Tony Okocha, has insisted that the immediate past governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, deserved the state ministerial slot in President Bola Tinubu's cabinet. Okocha, former chief of staff to former Governor Rotimi Amaechi, told newsmen in Abuja yesterday that the state chapter of the APC resolved to reward Wike with a ministerial slot, and added that the former governor actively supported the APC to win the presidential election in the state when other top members abandoned the party. He reiterated that Amaechi openly worked for and mobilized his men to vote for PDP candidate in the election. Atiku Abubakar, Okocha also said Magnus Abe abandoned the party and moved the APC structure to the opposition Social Democratic Party, SDP. To read details of that interesting political story, pick up a copy of the Sun newspaper and read Wike deserves Rivers APC ministerial slot. Okocha. Okay, let's come down south of the southwest. We will see the Nation newspaper. On the Nation newspaper, Adamu incapacitation talk sparks row over Akeredolu. Senate to investigate 93 trillion naira spent on petrol subsidy in 13 months. Border reopen plan in progress, says Custom CG. No ministers list yet, says APC. Mustafa Bintube in Jais Bank board chairman. How we can help Tinubu to win Rivers by Okocha. These and some other interesting stories is what you will see on the Nation newspaper as published this morning. Okay, let's start with the leading story, which is about Adamu's talk over Akeredolu. Adamu's incapacitation talk sparks roll over Akeredolu. Controversy broke out in Ondo State yesterday following All Progressive Congress APC National Chairman Senator Abdullahi Adamu's comment on Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu's health status. Adamu, during a meeting with APC State Chairman at the party secretariat in Abuja on Monday, in a comment after delivering his speech, prayed for the safe returns of abducted Ekiti State APC Chairman Paul Omotosho and speedy recovery of Governor Akeredolu, who is incapacitated by sickness and getting treatment abroad. The incapacitations comment raised dust in the state, with the People's Democratic Party (PDP) asking the state government to come clean on the health status of the state's #1 citizen. Adamu's incapacitation talk sparks roll over Akeredolu. Okay, looking at another story, this one still on the Nation newspaper. Senate to investigate 9.3 trillion naira spent on petrol subsidy in 30 months. The 10th Senate began full business yesterday by announcing a plan to investigate the controversy surrounding the petrol subsidy payment. It summoned Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) Group Chief Executive Officer Mele Kyari to brief it on federal government on the recoveries. He said the ad hoc committee on petroleum downstream should, when constituted, constantly monitor, scrutinize, and approve midstream and downstream spending of the NNPCL. It urged the NNPCL, in conjunction with some IOCs, to form 3 different consortia and build 3 refineries to stabilize the nation's oil market, give value to Naira, and stabilize the economy. Senate to investigate 9.3 trillion spent on petrol subsidy in 30 months. A copy of the Nation newspaper has the details. We'll go for a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll look at the Punch newspaper as our last paper for the day.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to see greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth successfully without stress help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Umrah services to our Muslim faithful. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour.
Welcome back to Freshlight on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Going to the Punch newspaper, Nigerian students face tough times in UK. Tuition soars by 60%. That is on the cover page of the Punch newspaper as published today. Okay. Police kill sit-at-home enforcers. IPOP declares 14-day lockdown. Panel storms to Tom's automobile workshop, impound vehicles. SEC investigator Tudeco, FBN shared acquisition. Okay, these and many more is what you have as the cover page of Punch newspaper. Going to the political section of the Punch newspaper, you will see APC crisis deepens as Omishore labels Lukman black sheep. The National Secretary of All Progressive Congress, Senator Iola Omishore, on Tuesday night described the National Vice Chairman of Northwest, Malam Saliu Likman, as a loose cannon and the black sheep of the party. This was as he denied that the APC was aware of some disgruntled members seeking the removal of the party's national chairman, Senator Abdullahi Adamu. Omishore made the claim during an interview on China's television program Politics Today. The development is coming barely 2 months after Lukman accused Adamu of running the party like a garrison commander. APC crisis deepens as Omishore labels Lukman black sheep. Naira devaluation. Nigerian students face tough times in UK. Tuition soars by 60%. Many Nigerian students are facing tough times in the United Kingdom after the Naira equivalent of their tuition fees increased by over 60% following the recent move by the Central Bank of Nigeria to unify the nation's foreign exchange rates. About 2 weeks after President Bola Tinubu promised to unify the nation's multiple exchange rates, the Apex Bank decided to float the Naira at the investors and exporters window of the foreign exchange market. Since then, the Naira has fallen from 471 Naira per dollar to 750 Naira per dollar and 589.4 per pound to 957.2 per pound. This has led to about 60% increase in tuition fees for students in the UK. Naira devaluation. Nigerian students face tough times. In UK, tuition soars by 60%. Going to the metro page of Punch newspaper. Gun-wielding hoodlums kidnap a Boeing Catholic priest. 3 orders. Gunmen on Monday kidnapped a Catholic priest, Reverend Father Joseph Azubiike, and 3 yet to be identified persons in Ebonyi State. Azubiike is the parish priest of St. Charles Parish, Magalese Village, Izu community in Onitsha local government area of the state. The Chancellor of the Abakaliki Diocese, Reverend Father Matthew Apoke, welcomed family incident in a statement on Tuesday, says that Zubi Ike was kidnapped close to his parish while returning from evangelical duties. Gun-wielding hoodlums kidnap a Boeing Catholic priest, 3 orders. It is available on the Metro page of Punch newspaper. And lastly, on Punch newspaper and for Freshlight, you will go see this on the sports page. Niger Super 8, Enyimba lose to Castina, crash out. MPFL champions Enyimba has been eliminated from the ongoing Niger Super 8 tournament in Lagos after a shock 2-1 defeat to Castina United, but the just two for the semi-final ticket in Group A will go down the wire after Sporting Lagos also beat Remo Stars 2-1 at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Tuesday. After a goalless first half, Castina United raced to a 2-goal lead inside 2 minutes, with Ibrahim Yahaya scoring first in the 45th minute, while Nazir Yahaya added the second from the spot in the 56th minute after Somori Alibo handled the ball in the box. Niger Super 8, Enyimba lose to Castina, crash out. That is on the Punch newspaper. And we'll call it a wrap on Freshlight this lovely morning. It is the 12th day of the month of July 2023. Do let us meet again the 13th day of the month of July, Jehovah's willing, where we'll be looking at another stories has been published by our tabloid. I remain Oluwafisayomi, Ajibola, and do continue to stay with Al-IyamoyeTv and radio on all social media loops for you to be informed and educated real time. Good morning and enjoy the rest of your day.